Hello there, good afternoon. You're joining Lunchtime News here on MTV Sports. First, let's take a look at our headlines. A program to prevent Indian fishermen from entering Sri Lankan waters. Minister of State Assets and Enterprise Development Dasrita Thisera says that there has been a breakdown in the plantation sector. British Premier David Cameron says it is crucial that Bashar al-Assad is removed as president of Syria. Now moving on to those stories in detail, the Indian Coast Guard has introduced a program to prevent Indian fishermen from crossing the maritime boundary between Sri Lanka and India. Indian media reports say that Indian Coast Guards have taken steps to increase guard patrols near the maritime boundary. The Indian Coast Guard says that Indian fishing vessels approaching the maritime boundary with Sri Lanka will be halted and turned back under this program. In addition, it has been made compulsory for all Indian vessels to fly the Indian flag. Indian media reports say it has also been made compulsory for the registration numbers of these fishing vessels to be placed on a section of the vessel that is clearly visible. The Indian Coast Guard said that this program has been introduced to prevent Indian fishermen from crossing the maritime boundary and being arrested by Sri Lankan authorities. Well, moving on, Northwestern Provincial Councillor Ananda Sarath Kumar of the United People's Freedom Alliance has been further remanded until the 27th of June over the punishing of a teacher at the Navodaya school in Navategama. The order was issued by the Puttalam acting magistrate this morning. Meanwhile, speaking on News First, the teacher in question, Priyani Susila Herath, said that President Mahinda Rajapaksa had spoken to her over the telephone this morning. She said the President had assured her that justice would be served. Northwestern Provincial Councillor Ananda Sarath Kumar was arrested on Friday over this incident. Meanwhile, demonstrations were held today against the councillor, who is alleged to have made a teacher in Navagattegama kneel before her class. Now, Minister of State Assets and Enterprise Development Dasrita Thisera visited a tea factory belonging to the State Plantations Corporation in Galpilla, Kandy yesterday to investigate the cause of a fire that broke out at the factory recently. Speaking during his visit, Minister Thisera said that there has been a breakdown in the plantations sector. A group including the Minister of Mass Media and Information, Kelia Rambukwella, accompanied Minister Dasrita Thisera on this visit. When you look at the plantation sector, there has been some sort of a breakdown. When incidents like this occur, a situation that we cannot bear is created. We will somehow work in accordance with the proposals that have been put forward by you to rebuild this tea factory. At the same time, we hope to make some provisions in accordance with the Minister's instructions to return functions at this tea factory to normal. Well, still in local news, farmers in two areas staged demonstrations today demanding subsidized fertilizers.
Farmers from 15 farming societies in Odatugama, Kakirawa staged a demonstration in the Kakirawa town today. They say that their farmlands have been destroyed as they have not received the subsidized fertilizer. Meanwhile, a demonstration organized by the Small Tea Estate Owners Federation was held in the Akurasa town today. This demonstration was held on the basis of a number of factors, including the price of fertilizer and the failure to receive a good price for their harvest.
Well, Chief Minister of the North Central Province, SM Ranjit, believes that 2 million devotees will visit Anuradhapura later this month for the Puson festival. The Chief Minister said that a special program has been initiated at the sacred grounds, including the Aramasthana, to facilitate devotees visiting the ancient city.
The Chief Minister of the North Central Province also said that measures have been taken to ensure the security of the devotees visiting Anuradhapura. Steps have also been taken to provide additional bus services for the devotees. SM Ranjit added that all liquor stores in Anuradhapura will be closed from the 20th to the 26th of June. Meanwhile, the Department of Railways notes that additional train services will be introduced from the 22nd of this month for the convenience of devotees visiting Anuradhapura for the Puson festival. Superintendent of Railways Operation LAR Ratnayaka said 9 train services will be introduced in addition to the existing 6 train services to Anuradhapura.
Well, the Department of Archaeology has taken steps to commence archaeological expeditions with the police for the very first time. Field researcher at the Department of Archaeology T.A.M. Bandara, speaking on News First, said that archaeological expeditions would commence tomorrow in the eastern province in the preliminary phase of this program. He added that they expect to complete expeditions in the Ampara district by December this year. Well, moving on, the National Child Protection Authority has taken steps to conduct a survey on cases related to child abuse. The chairman of the authority, Attorney Anoma Disanayaka, says that the aim of this survey is to identify adequate measures to minimize cases of child abuse. She further noted that this survey will be conducted in 5 provinces.
This survey is being carried out in areas where most number of child abuse cases were reported. Abuse does not take place in all areas in the same manner. We also don't have the resources to carry out this survey in all parts of the island. This survey will be carried out in 5 provinces. If necessary, we will carry out the survey in other areas as well.
Well, a discussion on the 13th Amendment to the Constitution was held in Talawatugoda yesterday. The discussion, held under the auspices of Minister Dinesh Gunawardena, was organised by the United Lawyers Association.
There is an article in the Constitution which prevents anything from being done if a provincial council goes against the Parliament. It is this that is being addressed through the second proposal, which establishes the supremacy of Parliament, which only requires a 2/3 majority of provincial councils to approve. The proposal that has been submitted provides that if a majority of provincial councils approve, then the law can be passed with a simple vote in Parliament. It is this proposal that is facing stiff opposition, and there are attempts to delay the government from introducing this. It is not an era for us to chant. We cannot play around with this problem. Land powers and police powers cannot be given. It cannot be given. People thought that the job was done. The problem has become serious. Our problem is not the merging of provincial councils, but the land and police powers. I did not think that we would be made to speak in this way. We are prepared to face anything.
Well, another phase of the News First Media workshop is currently underway at the auditorium of the Capital Maharaja organization in Colombo. A group of students from the Peradeniya Mahavidyalaya participated at the event.
The students were taught the art of news reporting, anchoring and new media. The students will also be granted the opportunity to gain practical knowledge at the News First studios later this evening. Meanwhile, another phase of the series of News First media workshops conducted to improve the media knowledge among school children was held recently at the Munragala Dambagala Piyaratana Mahavidyalaya. This was incidentally the 94th News First media workshop. Through a variety of practical activities, students were equipped with the practical knowledge of news reporting and anchoring. Students were also given the opportunity to showcase their talents at the workshop. The Damagala Piyaratana Mahavidyalaya presented a token of appreciation to News First.
Well, taking a look back at one of our earliest stories, the Department of Archaeology has taken steps to commence archaeological expeditions with the police for the very first time. Field researcher at the Department of Archaeology T.A.M. Bandara, speaking to News First, said archaeological expeditions would commence tomorrow in the eastern province in the preliminary phase of this program. He added that they expect to complete expeditions in the Ampara district by December this year. For most part of the last 30 years, we did not have an opportunity to conduct archaeological expeditions in the north and east. We will commence an expedition in the Ampara district, and we hope to identify all locations of archaeological significance in the district within 6 months, that is by December, at the divisional secretariat level.